There's a trail camera dog. No, we're not going to check trail cameras today. We're going to pick corn up. Fall is right around the corner. They picking cornfields right here by my house. See the cornfield picked right here. They picking them right now as we speak. Woo! It makes me excited, man. Smell of fresh cut corn. Got morning duties before I go to the farm this morning. Got to take these wild Indians.
Hello.
Drake.
Baby.
What you got on? Roll Tide? And Viv's got on Go Trojans. I got to take these Indians to school this morning. Then I'm gonna head down to the farm, check some cameras. All right, we just got to the bull farm, loaded the Ranger down with some corn. Now we're gonna go check some cameras and start putting a game plan together on two of the bucks that we call, one of them's Fish Hook, one of them's Mr. Ed. I'm gonna kind of show you what my game plan is. The countdown is on till October 15th. That's when Bama opens. Okay, so there's the feeder there, 100 yards. My plan is the field kind of pinches right here and there's a lot more clover. My plan is to either get in that big tree right there, or there's a really good double tree right there we may get in. That's a really good tree to hide in. I think that's what we'll do. And then we can park the Ranger right over there and slip right through here, zip right up in the stand. A lot of the deer are going to come from up there, come from over there. Hunt it with a southeast blowing that way. As long as we don't have much of a west, the west is going to take it more that way, but a southeast that way, it will be perfect. But this is the spot where we're going to kill Mr. Ed. There ain't no doubt. That 9-pointer is going to be tough to let go, but I think he's only 4, and unless we can make him 5, we ain't going to shoot him. But I'm going to move the camera on that pine tree right there. Put some corn right through here, and then we've already got this lush clover through here. This clover's perfect. And you can see it right there. I mean, this is a killer set, boys. Alright, so what we've done, I came down to the field, which I told you was about 200 yards to the east from the beans. I could not find me a setup I liked in those beans very well. I just couldn't do it. And so what we're going to try to do, we have a feeder. This is about a 4-acre clover field, chicory. We've got a feeder right down there that we're getting him on, 200 yards. But the problem is, I don't want to come through all this field after dark and blow them out. And I'm trying to find the best way to pull the deer to me with the least intrusive. So this is the deer that we call Fish Hook that we're trying to hunt. He's the biggest deer on the farm, but he stays in these pines and this big draw right here. He stays all in here, and I feel like we can pull him where we need him around these two fields. A lot of clover and chicory in these fields. Problem is, these pines are so thin through here, it's hard to find a tree with some cover. And I'm gonna tell you right now, these Bama deer, they will spot you blink at 200 yards in a pine tree. We got to find a way to hide it. So what I'm thinking about doing is placing the feeder right here on this point, put a ground blind in that brush right there, and then we can access it, come in right off that road and get right in the blind, hunt it with a north wind, and then we ain't got to booger none of this stuff down here. At least that's the way we're going to try it. At least that's the way we're going to try it at first. Try not to go too intrusive on him. I think we can pull him down here, really. But we got all this good clover back here too, so he's probably all in this field anyways. But we're gonna put this We're gonna put that feeder up right here. Start feeding right here, corning. See if we do indeed start getting fish hook here, right here, or fish hook right here, then we're gonna try to tuck a ground blind in right there and just see if it'll work. Looks like I'm about to get wet. I just got down to Rock Creek, our Bama farm that me and Blair bought last year. Got a few cameras I'm gonna check, and they're actually gonna start cutting timber down here I think in about 2 weeks or less. So the whole game is gonna change big time in the next 2 weeks. But it's Saturday, September the 12th. I just got down here. It's a storm. I'm about to ride right into it, but I'm already down here. Got everything I need. Ain't turning back. Let's roll. Oh Lord. See that storm? That's where I'm going. So what we have is Blair and I bought 325 acres. We closed on it last September, so about a year ago. And the farm we bought sits right over there on that next ridge. All that land over there, I'm going to show you in a minute. All this is leased land. We also leased 500 acres with the farm that we bought. We were able to obtain the lease next to it. So I started some salt holes here back during the spring, during turkey season. And I got a camera here I haven't checked in about 3 weeks. But we're supposed to get a dozer down here in a couple of weeks and start cleaning up. Like there's a big 2-acre area right through there we're going to clean up. And we're going to be pushing it, getting food plots in. But I think as long as we get them in by middle October, we should be able to at least get the cereal grains up. So this is our 500-acre lease. Rock Creek farm, the one we bought, is on that next ridge over there. It's 325 acres. I'm going to take you over there and show you after I check this camera. And I'll give you a little more heads up about our farm right over there as soon as I get done checking this. All this land is basically 25-year-old pine trees. We're about to cut 150 acres of this. And we're going to leave the hardwood bottoms, and we're going to actually select cut some of the pines, like thin them. And we're going to clear cut a bunch of this and end up coming back with about 40 acres of food plots, because as you can see, the land is so thick. This is the biggest food plot it has on it right now, and this ain't even a full acre. So we about to give the land a total makeover, that's for sure. Coming through here, clear cutting all these pine trees. The loggers are supposed to be in here in about 2 weeks. So, and they're going to be in here, they're saying, until about mid to late November, which kind of sucks for hunting season, but it's the first step to accomplishing our long-term goal with Rock Creek Farms here. But we're basically in the center of the farm right now. You see all the pine trees. And man, this farm is going to look so different in about 2 months, 3 months. It's going to look so different. We're going to finally open it up, create some big food plots, and man, I can't wait to see what the 3-year term for Rock Creek is. So what we have, we're on the far west side of the farm. Huge hardwood bottom, goes for miles up and down. It runs north and south, but it's on the west side of our farm. And that's where Rock Creek is. There's a big creek called Rock Creek, and it's actually right there. We've got a big salt hole right here we started back in the spring. I killed several turkeys up and down this bottom this past spring. Blair killed a couple, and this bottom's loaded with deer and turkey. And it goes for a long way. Big, huge, beautiful creek, man. There's some beautiful woods down in here. They call it Rock Creek because there's just these big rocks that go up and down. It's just a beautiful bottom. But this is one of the best spots. We're gonna cut the pines up on the ridges and leave these bottoms full. And this is why we call it Rock Creek right here.